Wednesday, March 5th begins our season of Lent here at Mercy Church. It's actually a season that the church historically has observed, a 40-day window that starts on what's commonly called Ash Wednesday. It goes until Easter. And in this 40-day period, the church has basically set it aside and marked it as a time to prepare our hearts and minds to celebrate Christ's death and resurrection and what it means for us. This is a time to grow deeper in dependence on God and on His Holy Spirit, and to grow more thankful for what Jesus has done for us. So here's how we're going to kick it off. On Wednesday, March 5th, we're actually going to gather together that evening for a time of prayer and worship. And I want to ask you to fast that day. Fast from food if you can. If not, choose something else, but try and fast from food that day so that we can all maybe kick off this season together by depending on the Lord during the day and then celebrating the Lord that night in a time of prayer and worship. And it's going to be an awesome time of prayer and worship together. All right. That's how we'll kick it off. And then again, that'll take us into a season where we fast. And really maybe the way to think about it and the way we'll talk about it is fasting and feasting. Fasting means withholding something from ourselves, and when those hunger pains come up in us, that's a signal to us to feast on God through spending time in His Word and in prayer. So fasting from something that leads us to feasting, drawing closer to God in prayer and in Bible study and meditation and consideration of what it means for us. That's what we're going to be doing week in, week out. You'll actually be getting a guide each week that'll help you go through that. It'll help you take your family through that. If you lead a family, it should be a really rich time of discipleship for us. Again, over these 40 days, preparing our hearts to worship together on Easter Sunday. In that time of fasting, I'm going to be praying. I know for my folks that are in my life that are far from God, but God has put them in my life, and I'm hopeful to see them come to know the Lord, and I hope you'll do the same. I'm excited to see what God has for us during this Lent season as we fast and feast together.